I guess we can just about get started. Let me just share my screen here. All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Kingsley Nwasu, and I'll be teaching you guys some Python programming over the next 8 weeks. So hope you're excited for that. I think I see a few familiar names here from the Java class that I taught. And I'm told that it's a bit of a younger crowd this time around too, which I'm happy to teach. And there's even less of us this time. There's only 6 people in this class so far. So we're gonna get to know each other pretty well as this class goes on. All right, so let's continue on with the introduction. Okay, so I'd like for us to state our name, the school that we go to, our grade, and why we want to learn Java, and something that we've done in the past few months. So I'll go first. As I've said earlier, my name is Kingsley Nwasu. I got my undergraduate degree in computer science from St. Leo University, a small school in Florida. I got that in 2019, and then I got my master's in computer science from Virginia Tech in 2021. Let's see, why did I want to learn Python? Well, I'll talk about how I use Python. So I'm a computer scientist for the government. So on my day-to-day, I use Python pretty much every day. I've used it today, in fact, a decent amount today. So I'm very comfortable with Python. Something I've done in the past few months, I like to rock climb. I like to design apparel and custom-made apparel and accessories and home decor. I like to make origami. You can see some of it up here, actually. So some of my origamis. I'm not sure how well you can see that, but I like to decorate my apartment with them. Let's see, I like shopping. I like Star Wars. I like to read. And I like doing things like this, where I teach kids the joys of programming. And yeah, that's me. All right, let's see, who can I pick out next? Okay. How about you, Eddie? How about you tell us your name and your school and grade?
I'm Eddie. I go to Matsunaga Elementary School. I'm in 5th grade. And then I wanted to learn Python since I kind of tried out Java, but it was a bit too hard for me, I thought. So I just wanted to try Python, see how it went. And then something I've done in the past few months, I've been reading a lot and just kind of reading more and more and more. I just like reading overall.
Okay, that's good. It's nice to see you again, Eddie. And one thing I'll say is that Python is a lot easier to grasp than Java. Even installing Python is way easier than installing Java. So I think if for people that want to focus more on the programming rather than trying to fight with the language, I feel like they'll really enjoy learning Python. So that's good. All right, let's see, who can I pick out next? Ivy Wang, how about you go next?
My name is Ivy. I go to Belsma Elementary School. I'm in 5th grade. I wanted to learn Python because I want to do more advanced robotics later on in life, and I want to major in computer science. And something I've done is I've been preparing for nationals for First Lego League, which is kind of like, it's also like robotics, but except you use blocks, so it's more of scratch. But I've also been playing a lot of golf, and I've been swimming.
That's nice. Okay, nice to meet you, Ivy. Let's see. How about you, Alex? How about you go next, Alex Swan?
Wait, do you mean me?
Is there an Alex in here?
There is no Alex.
Oh, I guess there's no. Oh, whoops. Okay, sorry. Okay. How about, is there an Ivan in here?
Yeah.
Okay.
So my name is Ivan. I go to Beverly Farms Elementary School. I'm in 5th grade. And I want to do Python because I want to try more advanced robotics.
Okay, cool. Well, what's something that you've done over the past few months?
I tried learning Python on Spike Prime, but since I'm here, I'm kind of doing a different kind of Python, so I want to try it out.
Okay, cool. Great. All right. How about Landon Cito?
My name is Landon, and I go to Rondo Elementary School. I'm in 5th grade, and I wanted to learn Python. I just wanted to try it out.
Okay, that's great. It's great. Nice to meet you, Landon. Henry Hu, is there a Henry Hu in here?
Yep. My name is Henry. I go to Georgetown Day School. I'm in 4th grade, and I kind of just want to learn Python for fun. Something I've been doing for the past few months is kind of just chilling.
All right, nice to meet you, Henry. It looks like you're one of the younger people in this group of 5th graders. So I'm proud. You must be proud to be so advanced. All right, let's see. All right, and it looks like we have an Austin Zhang here. So Austin, how about you go?
My name is Austin. I go to Canterbury Woods Elementary School. I'm in 6th grade, and I wanted to learn Python because I wanted to do something programming, and I thought Java was a bit too difficult. I haven't really done anything in the past few months.
Yeah, well, nice to meet you, Austin. And I think that you'll end up enjoying Python a lot more than Java because it's a lot easier to grasp, especially in the beginning. All right, did I miss anybody? I think that's everyone that's in the class right now.
Tyson just joined.
Oh, Tyson.
I just want to talk to Tyson. Tyson, you are supposed to join the Java class. You are welcome to stay. This is the Python class, but you are invited to have a trial class for the Java too.
Wait, this
Okay?
is I thought
This is a Python. Yeah, Java is 7:45 to 8:45. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, well, looks like okay, so we'll just have Tyson audit us for this class or two. So that's fine. All right, I think that's everybody. Okay, so next, let us watch this quick little video on Python. Let me just make sure that I'm showing sound too. I made that same exact mistake for the Java class. I tried to play a video and it took me 5 minutes to realize that I wasn't sharing the sound. So this time I will not make that mistake. Austin, there is a Google Classroom, but I don't think it's open yet. So check back after this lecture. Oh,
The Google Classroom is open. Yeah, let me see if you are there. Yeah.
Oh. Oh, anyway, here's the video.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry for the interruption.
Yeah.
Vincent, he just joined, but Vincent, we give you a class for the Python. You're welcome to join. This is the Python class. You're supposed to join Java 2, which will start at 7:45. But you can stay if you want to.
I'm Dutch. I grew up in the Netherlands. In fact, I created Python while I was working in the Netherlands. I got a nice job as a programmer at a place called C.
Can everyone hear the video okay? Can everyone hear and see the video okay?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right.
CWI, which is sort of a research lab funded by the government doing advanced math and computer science research. My first job was on a team that worked on a programming language named ABC, and it was a super interesting project, and everything I know about language design, or all my opinions about language design, originate in that project. ABC was eventually unsuccessful, and I moved on to programming on other projects at the same place. The key one was Amoeba, which was a distributed system that was being built collaboratively by CWI and one of the universities in Amsterdam. At some point, I realized every application we have to write for Amoeba is basically a shell, either a shell script or a C program. And I found that there were downsides to either of those. And I thought, well, I wish there was a third language that was sort of in the middle of those, that felt more like a genuine programming language, like on the C side, but that was perhaps interpreted, easier to use, sort of more concise of expression, like shell scripts, but without the sort of terrible properties in terms of readability of shell scripts. I thought, I can build my own. Building an interpreter is going to take me 2 or 3 months, and I'll win that time back by increased productivity, not just for myself, but for the whole team. Well, those 3 months sort of ballooned to more and more time. I don't think on the Amoeba project, we ever gained that productivity back. And Amoeba sort of mostly produced scientific papers. Python slowly became successful. And after about a year, we released it as open source. Actually, we didn't call it open source because those terms had not been invented. And almost immediately, a small community of Python lovers started growing, where people sort of spread the word about Python and sort of started contributing back and critiquing each other's contributions, and sort of let me have the last word about whether I wanted a particular contribution in the language. Last July, I actually resigned my position of BDFL, which is ironic because of the FL standing for life. One imminent change is that Python's own governance structure is changing. The community is currently in the middle of sort of figuring out what the best way is to sort of have governance going forward, which is either going to be another BDFL, although that is the less likely solution. More likely, I see a small committee of people who are committed to Python's success long term. Those people will also be guiding Python's sort of future vision.
All right. So looks like that video was, so that was the creator of Python speaking about his thought process when he was creating the language and his vision for it. So yeah, pretty interesting. Let's see. So the next few slides here, we'll be talking about what Python is and some definitions and what it can do. So see, Python is an interpreted, object-oriented, high-level programming language. It's high-level, built in data structures combined with dynamic typing and dynamic binding. Makes it very attractive for rapid application development, as well as for use as a scripting and glue language to connect existing components together. So that's Python's definition from their website. It looks like the main thing to get from this is that I know there's a lot of words in there, but the main thing is that Python is meant to be somewhere in the middle between a language like Java and shell scripting. So it has kind of like almost the same power as Java. I won't say almost the same, but it has maybe like 3/4 of the power of Java maybe, but it's easy to use, like maybe shell scripting or something. So that's the main thing to get from the definition. So this slide kind of breaks down the definition. Interpreted means the program is executed directly without being compiled. That's different from Java, in that Java is compiled. Java's compiled. Python is object-oriented, which means that it's based on the interaction of objects, which contains code, which contains data and code. So, like Java, Python is object-oriented. Python is high level, which means that it has strong abstraction, or more removed from the details of the computer. So compared to Java, Python is a little higher level than Java, meaning that it abstracts more things away than Java does. And Python is dynamically typed, which means that you don't have to define variable types. So compared to, I'll use Java as a comparison again. To declare a variable in Java, you have to do something like int a is equal to 5 or something. But in Python, you don't have to include the int part. You could just say a is equal to 5. That's what it means by dynamically typed. So what can Python do? It can do web and internet development, GUI applications, scientific and numeric stuff, software development, network programming. Python is a very versatile language. For my day-to-day, I use it mainly for software development. And in the past, I've used it for scientific and numeric stuff, machine learning kind of stuff. I used it for web and internet development. And I guess I used it for database access too. So yeah, any questions about Java in general before I get into the course objectives? No? All right. So the objective of this course is to learn the basics of Python programming, of the Python programming language syntax. Another objective is to learn code block and code flow, and to learn data structures, and finally to learn loops and conditions. So for this class, our approach will be like for other Python classes taught by the club. We'll have a lecture. We'll have small quizzes throughout the lecture. There'll be some Q&A sessions, and then we'll practice some exercises, and then I'll be assigning homeworks for you guys to do. Okay, any questions about the course structure in general? All right. So the objective for this first lecture will be to get Python on our machines. So I'm kind of assuming that we're using Windows machines, but if you're using a Mac or a Chromebook, you might have to follow different instructions to install Python. But for now, I'm just assuming that we all have Windows. Let's see. So we want to install Python on our machines. So the first step to install Python is to download it from the official website, which is here. So I'll post this link in the chat. Whoops. All right, so if you all could go to the link that I just posted, python.org/downloads. Since there's less of us in here, I could walk you guys through the process even more closely.
Wait, do we download version 3.11.2?
Yep, that'd be the next step. So once you're on the website, click the download Python 3.11.2. And then let it download. It shouldn't take too long, I think. Let's see how big it is. Documents. Oh, documents. Yeah. All right.
So we do customized installation.
I'm going to go through the process a little slower so that everyone is on the same page. So does everyone have Python down? Has everyone completed the download? Is anyone not finished with the download yet? Okay. All right. So once you're finished with the download, just open up the application. Well, mine's different because I already downloaded it. But so you're gonna want to click. So you download it. So first, you're gonna want to make sure to check all the optional features. Okay, so make sure those are all checked. And then click next. All right. And then
I didn't get this stuff. It just took me straight to the page where it said install Python.
Okay. Did it ask if you wanted to have a custom install?
Yeah.
All right. So make sure to click the custom install. If not, you should be able to go back or just start the thing. So I think if I remember the steps correctly from when I did this, you click the custom install, and then you should see the optional features. Is that correct?
Yeah.
All right. So make sure that all the optional features are checked, and then click next. And then for the advanced options, you can just go ahead and click all of them but the last one.
Wait, I'm only in, so I just downloaded it. I just finished downloading, so what should I do now?
Yep. So once you finish downloading it, go ahead and open it up on your File Explorer. So it should just be on your downloads folder. Just click it and open it up.
So it says customize installation or?
Yep, and now pick custom installation.
Where do I put it?
Okay. So once you click custom installation and then check all the boxes you need to, you should see a customized install location at the bottom. So for that, you're gonna have to type in this.
Wait, I should see a what? I should see a what?
You should see something like what I have on the screen now, an advanced options page, and then it'll ask you at the bottom for an install location.
Wait, I only see documentation, which is checked, pip, check, or I don't see an advanced.
Okay. Yeah, so make sure that all those optional features are.
You can share your screen so your instructor can help you. Yeah.
I'll stop my share for a second. All right, I think it was Ivan that was.
Wait, I can't exactly share because I'm on a Zoom on one device and I'm opening up Python on another device. So.
Okay, then maybe just wait a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, but I did see I do know what you're talking about, Ivan. I think it's this page that you're on now, correct? The one that says optional features.
Yeah, that one.
Yep. So make sure that all the boxes are checked, and then click next.
Oh, okay. Now so it's advanced options.
Yep. So in the advanced options page, make sure that everything is checked except for the last one, the one that says download debug binaries. We don't need that. And for the customized install location, I'm gonna need you to put what I posted on the chat right now. We're gonna put it in our C drive.
So just C:/ Python. I put it in there.
Yep, and then click install. So once you
it's installing.
Okay. Yeah. And then once it's installed, it should just be.
It said there was like on my computer. It said it was like undetected or something.
Oh wait. Okay. Let me see. I might have put in the wrong. Might have been in program files, maybe. Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Okay, so if you're getting an error that says undetected, maybe try putting it in what I just posted, C:\/ program files \. Maybe try giving that path a try and see if it complains.
It's still downloading for mine.
So it worked for you, Ivan?
It's still being downloaded or set up.
Okay. All right. And then once it's downloaded, you could just go to the location of where you put it, and you should see something like what I have on the screen right now. And if you're having problems, you could just share your screen if you're able to, once I give you guys the go ahead. All right, is anyone still installing Python?
Mine is still downloading.
Oh,
Mine is
like
also
downloading from the website, or?
Like after we do all the process with the
Okay.
extras.
All right, so it looks like it's installing. All right. Yeah, sometimes it could take a minute.
Can you walk us through what to do after installing it again? Or did
Do
you not talk about it yet?
you mean after installing or after downloading?
Installing.
Okay. So once you've installed it, there should be in your Python folder, there should be an executable called Python. It should be of type application. So we just double click that, a Python interpreter will come up.
Wait, how do I find the Python folder thing?
So Ivan, can you go to your local disk? I open up your File Explorer and go to your local disk. And then
I don't have local disk.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think it's under videos.
Are you guys on Windows?
Yeah, I'm on Windows 11. Wait, under videos, for me it says Acer C:\.
That's
after I do the downloading, like all of it is set up. When I first open it, it says modify setup. Is that normal or is it just my computer?
So I think you might have opened up the wrong thing because I think what you're seeing is something like what I have on my screen right now, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what you're gonna want to do is go to the Python folder. So for me, it's on my local disk, my C drive.
Oh wait, never mind. I found it. I found the Python folder.
Yeah.
Where is it?
It should be. It should.
So go to
it should be. Yeah.
Go
ahead, Ivan.
Go to Acer and then Acer parentheses C:\. And then if you click
I still don't know where that is.
Oh, so open like any folder, and then like at the very bottom under like downloads, music, pictures, videos, Acer. Do you have that?
No.
Maybe Austin, can you share your screen so I can try to help you out here?
Okay. Right here.
All right. Oh, this is interesting. So for the customized install, do you remember if you put it in C/Python or C/program files?
I don't remember.
Okay, let's see. Can you? Okay, so can you go all the way to the left and scroll down? Yeah, scroll down there. Okay, so go to Windows. Yeah, okay, and just try program files. Try clicking on program files. Oh, the first one.
What?
So there are 2 program files there. So can you go back 1 level? Yeah, okay, so that one. Try scrolling down. Okay, and do you see Python 3.11 there? Yeah, so click that. All right, and you should, and like double click the Python application, the one that's, yep, that one.
Oh, it pulled up.
Okay, yep, so that's the Python interpreter.
No, it's like, I'm at the local disk, but it doesn't say like where to upload the Python.
All right, Henry, can you share your screen?
I'm doing this on like a separate device.
Oh yeah, okay, that's you, sorry. So let's see. Oh, okay. Let's see if this works. So you do have a C drive, correct?
Where's that?
I'm having a little trouble seeing your screen here. Maybe put it a little bit more towards the left.
A bit more left.
Is it working?
So it looks like that you are in the local, so do you see a folder called program files right now, Henry?
No, not really.
Or do you, yes, this is gonna,
I don't see like Intel logs, program files, 80s.
Yep, so click the program files folder, the one that does not say 86, just the regular program files folder.
Okay.
And then in there, you should see a Python 3.11 folder.
Okay.
Do you see it?
It's still loading.
Is this supposed to be Python 3.11?
Yes, Python 3.11, yep.
Is it dot like DLL or dot PDB?
Oh, sorry. Okay, I think I know what you're talking about. So once you're in the Python 3.11 folder, you should see
oh, I didn't have a folder. I just have a file.
Oh, just a file. Is it Ivy that's speaking?
Yeah.
Ivy, can you share your screen?
Hold on. Then I have to log on from my other computer because I'm still on a different device. So I'll log on.
Okay.
Wait, so
yep, Eddie?
Excuse me. It's like I kind of also have like, it doesn't like have a folder, just a bunch of files. Because I think it's because I downloaded it in my D drive, since my C drive had like too much stuff in it. Like it didn't have enough space.
Okay. Well, so wherever you're able to find it, there should be just a file that's a Python application that's just called Python. Do you see anything like that? I'll share my screen again. And Henry, I see your hand raised. Let's see, but first let me just quickly. So do you, was it, who was just speaking? Was it Eddie?
I think so.
Yep, so Eddie, in your D drive, if you installed Python in there, you might be able to see a file that's just called Python with like a bunch of other stuff in it. So can you try double clicking that Python file? It should open up like something like this. Something that's just like a black.
Yeah, I got that.
Okay, good. Right, that's exactly where. So that's the Python interpreter. That's one way that we could code in Python. All right, so Henry, let's see if we can figure out your issue again.
So like, I like downloaded like the stuff and everything like before, but like it still like doesn't say any like Python folder.
Not even like a Python 3.11 folder?
No Python folder, no Python 3.11.
All right. Yeah, I might just be having a hard time finding it because it does seem to at least install. Let's see. Okay. All right. How about let's see. Yeah, I can't see your screen, so it's kind of hard for me to figure out what your issue is. So I guess let's backtrack a bit. Do you know if you're in your C drive?
Like the files.
The files?
Yeah. Like local disk.
Local disk, okay, good. And do you see anything in there that says Python?
No.
Okay, so can you go to program files? Do you see a folder that's called program files?
Okay, I can share my screen now.
All right, okay. Oh yeah, go ahead, Ivy. Oh wait, I need to stop my
There's
share.
nothing that even starts with a P in this like folder thing.
Really? Oh. Okay, so we'll circle back to you, Henry. Ivy, can you share your screen?
Okay. So I have, look, I'm here and I have these two. I don't know which one to choose.
Okay. All right, so can you pick the one that just says Python? That's like above the python.pdb. Yep, that one. Yep, so double click that. Yep, so that's the Python interpreter. That's exactly what you need to see.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so that was in your program files folder. Okay, let's see, Henry. See, it's hard. I can't see yours. Oh, let's see. Okay, it looks like we're giving it another try. So I do see that you're in your program files folder. Can you shift your camera to the left a little bit? Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah, there's no program files in there for some reason. All right, we may just have to try to reinstall it then. So can you go back to your downloads folder? And for some reason, you didn't have a program files folder. Yeah, and then and then double click the Python download that brought you to the install options page. Just double click the Python download, and then you may have to uninstall and then reinstall it in the default location, wherever that is, and then navigate to that directory. And then if worst comes to worst, you can always just stop by the headquarters and have them try to work it out. Okay, yep, so I see that modify setup. Can you click, wait, hold on here. So can you click uninstall at the bottom?
Yeah, I already clicked that.
Okay, yep. And then once it finishes, open it up again, and then you should see the Python installation set up and everything. And then just follow the default steps. Don't click customize, just do the one that's above it.
Okay.
So the one tricky thing about that is that you may have to keep note of where the default Python location and where the default Python install location is, but it should tell you, and it'll install it somewhere really. So if you're having trouble finding it, we can try to arrange something after class in a way that I'll be able to see your screen more easily, or you can always just visit the club headquarters and have them sort it out for you. Anyway, does anyone else have any issues with opening up the Python interpreter? Should just be a blank screen, like what I have now. All right. Okay. So this screen here is one way to code in Python. I can declare variables like int a. Let me just blow this up a little bit. Oh, this is so small. Okay. Wish I could zoom in. Can I zoom in? Doesn't look like it. But I could declare variables like a is equal to 5 and b is equal to 9, and then z is equal to a plus b, and then print z. So I can code just like anything else. This is just one way to do it. So let's continue on with actually, before I continue on, I think now would be a good idea for us to also at least download PyCharm. So PyCharm is an example of an IDE, another way to program in Python. And I'd recommend that we, like for the homeworks and stuff, that coding in PyCharm would be a lot easier than doing it in the interpreter. And downloading the IDE is a lot easier than what we just went through. So what I need you guys to do for me is go to this website that I just put in the chat and then click, okay, and then once you get to the page, just click the download in the middle and then follow all the default options. The download for this one's more straightforward, I think, because it does everything for you.
Do I download the community or professional?
Oh, thanks for catching that, Ivan. So download the community because that one's free. I think the rest of this, yep, even the slides say they get the community. Yep, and then once it's in, just click next, do all, oh, okay, no. Actually, okay. Then you'll have to create a project. Well, yeah, there are a few other steps here.
Mine's is still downloading.
Yep, okay. So once it finishes downloading, just don't do anything after that. We'll work with setup maybe next class because I think I'll have to help you guys out with that one. But I also want to make sure that we all at least have the Python interpreter installed, and I think almost all of us are at that point. And if you need help with, and if you still need help with that, I recommend going to the club headquarters and having someone there help you sort things out sometime this week. So anyway, let's continue on with the lecture now that we all have Python and I think almost all of us have Python installed. So we'll just go over some basic knowledge. What is programming? Programming is a way to instruct the computer to do various tasks. Why do we program? Automation, problem solving, to make things easier for us. Yet, Ivan, do you have something to say?
We're gonna be using the PyCharm during this lecture, or
during this lecture. No. Yeah, we won't be using it during this lecture. I just wanted to have us download PyCharm because it's a pretty big download.
So can I finish setting it up after class?
I just leave it for now because there are some things. I think we all have to go through the setup of it together. It's actually a little more involved than I thought. But we'll leave that for the beginning of next class because I think PyCharm will be very useful for homeworks and stuff. It'll be needed for the homeworks actually. But we need to walk through the steps for creating the first project together for PyCharm. Okay. All right, so we program for these reasons. Some more basic knowledge. Python is an open source, high-level scripting language for general purpose programming. As a scripting language, Python is interpreted by the Python interpreter. It emphasizes code readability and allows programmers to express concepts in fewer lines of code. So basically, Python is a lot easier to use than other programming languages, while still being pretty powerful. And this slide talks about the Python interactive window, which is what I had you guys open up earlier. It's just this thing here. It's different than an IDE in that we have to do everything one by one, which makes building larger programs not really possible. But for doing quick things, the Python interpreter is very useful.
Can you enlarge the Python? Because it's kind of hard to see.
Yeah, let's see if I can make this bigger. Maybe some fonts. Oh, okay. Yep, that did it. Okay, I think this is pretty big. Maybe I'll decrease this a little bit. 24. Okay, 24 is fine. Yeah, so this is the Python interpreter, and this is some examples of doing stuff with it. I can print out variables. I could create new variables. Sub is equal to b minus a. Well, let me just minus a, and then I can print sub, things like that. All right. So how about you guys try to run a few statements? Try declaring. I want you guys to try declaring a variable. Whoops. Can I do clear like this? No. Let me just restart the window. I want you guys to declare a variable x that's equal to 6. Let me just blow up my screen a little bit. X is equal to 6, something like that. And y is equal to 4. Z is equal to x minus y, and then print z. And just print z out. So if you have the interactive window set up, I want you to try to do these 4 statements here, and let me know if you're running into any trouble.
Do we capitalize these letters?
So in Python, case does matter. So I mean, it'll still work if you use a lowercase x or y or z, but you'll just have to make sure you have to just make sure that whenever you're calling those variables again, that you use the same case as you did when you declared it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do I do after
I think that's pretty much it for today, I think. If once you do that, then that means you have your interactive Python working and everything. There are some more things to go over in this.
So I could use it.
You can use what? Oh, sorry. So I think we'll go, it's about, oh, it's, sorry. I thought this class ended at 7:20, not 7:30. So we can actually finish the rest of the stuff in the slide. Anyway, okay, so once you do that, then let's see, what else do we have in this slide deck? Okay, this talks about types. So the concept of a type is vague, meaning that it's type insensitive. You do not have to specify a type of an object or variable. So you don't have to tell what type of. So next, I want you guys to declare a variable. I want you guys to be able to see both these at the same time. So maybe I'll do something like this. Okay. So I want you guys to declare a variable x that's equal to 1.5, kind of like what I have here. And then y is equal to 3. And then do x plus y. So can anyone tell me what happened here? We declared x and y and then did x plus y. Why we got 3? Yep.
I got 9.
You got 9. Oh, let's see.
Maybe it's because I already had the old problem. Wait, let me. Is there a way to like clear in Python?
Oh, you don't have to do that. All you have to do is just, I think it's because of the cases, the upper versus lower cases is what's getting you. So you could always just like restart your window or something, like close it down and then
close it and reopen it, which is what I just did.
Yeah.
But yeah, I also got 4.5.
Okay, good. So what we have is an x. The x variable is an example of a float because it's a decimal. The y is an integer. And then when we did x plus y, we got a float, which is something that I want you guys to keep in mind. When we add a float and an integer together, you don't get an integer back. You don't get just 4, but you get 4. You get a float when you do it at a float plus an integer. And this slide talks about the same thing too. Are you guys able to see the slides and my Python interpreter okay when I have it like this? Right, I assume so. So as I mentioned earlier, Python is case sensitive. So if you just try to type in a lowercase z and you never declared it, the interpreter is going to complain. Next. So comments in Python. So in Python, comments are written with a single hash symbol. And what a comment does is that it kind of comments, how do I even describe it? It kind of like just like blocks out like a line of code. So you can just type in whatever you want after the comment. So I can just type in a hash and then like gibberish, and that's fine. It's just a comment. So I can say this is a comment. So that's what the hash symbol does. And you could also do multi-line comments in Java using this syntax, 2 single quotes. I mean, 3 single quotes, like what I have, and then multi-line comments, and then end it with another 3 single quotes. And that's how you have your multi-line comment. You guys could play around with this as you like. Are there any questions with comments in Python? Okay. Yeah, and you could also have comments in the same line as code. So I can do something like 6 plus 2, and then say this is a comment, and it'll just ignore everything after the hash symbol, after the comment symbol. All right. So in Python, variables must be defined or assigned a value before they can be used, or an error will occur. So I want you guys to try to type in var and then press enter and then tell me what happens. Right, can someone tell me what happens to them when they just typed in var? Yeah, go ahead, Ivan.
So it says error, name var is not defined. Did you mean vars?
Yep, that's exactly what it's supposed to say because we never declared var to be anything. Now what I want you guys to do is type in var is equal to 100. Okay. And now type in var. So when we do that, we don't get an error this time because we defined what var is. So in Python, you need to define a variable before it can be used. See, it looks like this slide here just has us declare some more variables. So I guess we could play around with this a little bit more. X equal to 1, that's equal to 2 plus 5. That's equal to 6 plus underscore. So it looks like what the underscore does for the interpreter, at least, is that it's the value, it's the value that's last printed out. So if I try to print out X is 106. So it gave me 106 because 100 was the last one that I printed out. So yeah, another cool thing about Python. And looks like that's about it for the first lecture. So the goal of this lecture was for us to download Python and install it and then play around with it for a bit. And I think we've done that. Does anyone have any questions about what we've done today? Henry, are you still having troubles with installing Python?
Yep.
Yeah, sorry about that. Must have been frustrating. Let's see. Yeah, at this point, since I can't really see your screen, I'd advise that you try to stop by the club headquarters sometime so we can maybe have one of the helpers try to locate your Python installation. Will that be something that you could do this week, Henry?
Probably.
All right, great. Okay, so there is no homework for this week. So next week, I'm going to walk you guys through, setting up your first PyCharm project. So PyCharm is a Python IDE, pretty much another way to program in Python. That's a lot like how you program in Java and other languages. So we'll set up our first Python project together, and then we'll go on with the lecture. Yeah, so yep, that's about all I have for today. Does anyone have any questions, comments, and things that they'd like to share?
Wait, so do we have homework this week?
No, not this week, no.
Okay.
All right, well, you guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you next week.